The secret to self-tanning starts with doing these 3 things that I'm about to share with you today. But first, let me tell you the 3 things you absolutely need to avoid doing in your self-tanning routine. I'm also going to be sharing with you my best tips and tricks to achieving the perfect fake tan at home without laying in the sun, because on this channel, if you're new here, we do not want any premature wrinkles. Let's get into it. The first no-no in tanning is do not tan in the morning. This is because you want to avoid water spots as much as humanly possible. Water will ruin your tan, so I always like to tan at nighttime so that I can just put on my all black satin pajama set that covers my whole body so it doesn't stain my sheets, and then I curl into bed and I let my tan sit overnight while I'm sleeping. I wake up in the morning, I shower, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about water spots after that point, but for the first 8 to 10 hours when your tan is curing, you gotta stay away from water. So do not tan in the morning. It's literally just asking for your tan to be ruined. The next one you guys have definitely heard me talk about before, and that is to not start with a foam if you are a beginner. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend starting with a tanning lotion. The biggest difference is that a foam is going to dry very quickly on your skin. So when you're blending it, you really got to know what you're doing. With a lotion, you have a lot more time before the tan is going to dry and set on your skin and develop any color. This is my favorite self-tanning lotion ever. The ingredients are so natural. It has aloe vera as the second ingredient, which aloe vera is one of my favorite ingredients ever. It's so natural, so good for your skin. It has green tea, cranberry, witch hazel, so many good ingredients. So if you're looking for a natural fake tan, this is gonna be your go-to, but also just for beginners, definitely start with the lotion. Then you can move to something more like a foam. Save the foam for when you feel a lot more comfortable with your tanning routine. My next no-no when it comes to fake tanning is don't worry about your back. I tan my whole body and I don't worry about my back most of the time. If I am gonna be going to a wedding or a super special event where I know I have like an open back dress or something special, then I will get out my back tanning mitt. This is the one I use. This is the best type of back tanner I've ever tried. You just dab the foam or whatever you're using right in the middle, and then you're gonna put it behind you and you just dab it and rub it around, basically like a towel on your back. But for the majority of the time, I do not worry about tanning my back, especially if you are a beginner and you haven't like mastered the rest of your tanning routine. Either have someone help you if you have a roommate or your partner's with you, but if you're just starting out, don't worry about your back. It's not a big deal. Your back is probably gonna be covered by your hair or your clothes anyway, and I just don't worry about it because truthfully, it's so much work. Like, yes, this is a really easy tool to use, but it's still like a good amount of work. Those are my 3 big don'ts. Now I have 3 do's that you absolutely need to be doing every single time you self-tan your body at home. The first do that you absolutely need to be doing is making sure your skin is super hydrated before you apply your self-tanner. I know on almost every single tanning product out there, on the back of the bottle, it says apply to clean, dry skin. I say don't do that, and I've been doing this for 12 years, so trust me, if tanning hasn't worked out for you in the past, give this a try. Hydrate your skin before applying your fake tan. It will make the biggest difference in how your tan looks and also how your tan fades. It's not gonna prevent the tan from sticking to your skin at all. You will still wake up with a gorgeous natural tan, but it will prevent the tan from clinging on to any dry patches, any areas that maybe you should have exfoliated. Make sure you're exfoliating before you self-tan too. Exfoliate, hydrate, apply your tan. I love using a body oil. This is the one I've been using lately. Oh, it smells divine. Seriously, so good. This is the Santal Bloom Nourishing Body Oil by Saltaire. I recently got this, so it's still super full, but I love this one. It smells delicious. And I also love using for my lotion this is a hand lotion. I use it as body lotion all over. So I usually put lotion on dry areas, and let me explain this thoroughly because a lot of people have gotten confused on this. I get into the shower, I do my whole shower, wash my hair, wash my body, exfoliate, shave, everything. At the end of my shower, I kind of like turn the water away from me and I apply this body oil in the shower. Then I turn the water back on me and I do a really quick rinse. Then I turn the water off and I get out and I get my towel and I pat dry. That's how I apply my body oil in the shower. And then as soon as I'm out of the shower and I'm dry, I will go in with my lotion and apply this on my elbows, my wrists, my knees, my ankles, anywhere that tends to be a little bit more dry. And by that point, I am so moisturized. I am ready to lather some tan on and it's gonna glide on smoothly. It's not going to stick to any weird areas. Try this tip if you've had trouble with tanning in the past, because so many people have commented on my channel like, oh my gosh, this is the best trick I've ever tried. My tan turned out amazing. So I don't know why these tanning companies are telling us to not put any lotion on beforehand, because it really works. My next do is to start from your calves, not your feet, your calves, and work up. Basically what I do is I take my mitt, I spray some tan onto it, and I apply that generously to my calves. Once that's all blended in, I will take the excess product that's already on my mitt and I will brush that over my feet and up my knees. Then you can start doing the same thing. Apply more product, apply it on your thighs, then brush that up to like your hip area. Just work your way up from there. I like to use a makeup brush when I'm doing like my toes and my fingers, even my wrists. My wrists I blend with the tanning mitt, but then for my like fingers and my toes, I like to go in with the makeup brush. I have this specific little, it's on the floor now, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. You saw it though, right? You saw it. I use that on my fingers, my toes, and I just like brush over everything to make sure it's nice and blended. I'll have to get that later. My last do is to make sure you wear dark clothing to sleep. I kind of touched on this in the beginning. I always get questions on my YouTube channel. Oh, does it stain your sheets? I see you have white sheets and white bedding. Does it stain? No, because I wear long sleeve black clothing to bed, even in the summer, okay? I have a satin black I have a satin black pajama set specifically for my tanning nights. I almost only wear it on my tanning nights. It's from Amazon. It's super affordable. I will link it below. It feels very luxurious. It's like my little treat to myself after I've self-tanned my whole body, to put that on and make sure my tan just stays really nice, locked into my skin, and it doesn't get on my sheets. This will prevent your tan from creasing, and it will also prevent your tan from staining anything. On to the tips and tricks to make sure your tan looks absolutely flawless. How you maintain your tan is almost as important as the application, because you want your tan to last as long as possible since you're going through all this work and all this effort. So get yourself either a tan extender, or what you can do is go in with tanning lotion every like 3 to 4 days or once a week, however often works for you. I don't always do this, but I do get questions from people asking how to maintain their tan, make it last longer, when I really want my tan to last 2 weeks long. You bet I'm using this tan extender like every 3 to 4 days, and then maybe after a week I will go in with the tanning lotion, or I might just like apply foam again to my body. You don't have to do the full exfoliation and shaving and all that stuff when you're applying the tan extender. Just treat it as kind of like a maintenance upkeep, and then if you want to maintain a consistent tan, I would say every 2 weeks do the full routine of shaving, exfoliating, oiling, lotion, and then applying your tan. The second tip is to use a makeup brush, the one that you saw that's currently on the floor. Use that or some sort of a makeup brush on your face when you are applying your fake tan. I also have this other one that I haven't dropped yet from Peta Jane that I really like to do my contour with. It's fun to apply it here, and then I can literally contour my face. I need to do an updated video on exactly how I contour my face. I basically do a layer of a face tanning lotion, and then I go in with a foam and I contour everything, and it makes it so I wear less makeup and I just feel really bronzy right when I wake up in the morning. My last tip, which I really think this is gonna help the girlies out there who just want a super dark tan, they wanna look like they've been in Hawaii for the last month. On the second night, so basically night 1, you do your whole tanning routine. On your second night, night 2, go ahead and skip the shaving, skip the exfoliation, but in the shower, apply your body oil, apply your lotion, and apply your tanning foam again, or your tanning lotion, whatever you use. Do the whole routine basically, minus the shaving and exfoliating, on night 2, and you will wake up with the darkest tan you've ever had in your life, especially if you're using the ultra dark like I do. You can do it 2 nights in a row, back to back. It looks really good. Most of the videos on my channel where I have just a gorgeous dark deep tan, that's exactly what I'm doing. I really hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please like this video and comment down below. You can always ask me self-tanning questions in the comments. I try to get back to every single one. Thank you for all the support on my YouTube channel. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.